Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we're tackling a massive, and I mean massive shift in how we all find information online. We're talking about what this means for basically every brand and business out there, because the very foundation of search is changing right under our feet. For the last 2 decades, search has been pretty straightforward, right? You typed in a keyword, you got a list of 10 blue links, you scanned them, and you clicked. That was the whole game. But AI is completely flipping the script. We're moving from a list of links to a single synthesized answer that, and this is the key part, often answers our question without us ever needing to click on anything.
So this creates a huge problem for any business that's built its entire strategy around getting that click, around driving traffic to their website. It begs the question, if users never even have to visit your site, how do you stay visible? How do you even win in this new zero-click world?
Well, the answer requires a completely new playbook. We have to start thinking beyond traditional search engine optimization, SEL. Because in this new world, frankly, the old rules just don't apply anymore.
This new playbook is called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO for short. And the goal here isn't about getting clicks. It's about becoming part of the AI's answer itself. It's about influencing what these large language models actually say.
This slide really nails the difference. Think about it. SEO is all about bringing people to your website. It's about driving search. GEO, on the other hand, is about getting your brand in the answer, wherever that answer is delivered. It's about driving the summary.
So let's break this down. Let's start with the first pillar of GEO, because you can't get mentioned if the AI doesn't trust you. It all has to start with a rock-solid foundation of digital authority. In the old days of SEO, backlinks were everything. But now, these new AI models use something called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG. And what they look for are unlinked mentions of your brand across high-trust websites and publications. Every time a credible source cites you, the AI's confidence in you as an expert on that topic goes up.
This is such a fundamental shift. We're moving away from just matching keywords. Instead, AI engines are focused on entity solidification. They're building a deep, almost conceptual understanding of what your brand is, what it represents, and what topics you're an expert in.
Okay, but even if you're the most trusted brand in the world, you're still completely invisible if the AI can't technically access and understand your content. This is where we get into the digital nuts and bolts.
You have to remember, these AI crawlers are, well, they're impatient. If your website is slow or if the structure is a mess, they'll just move on. They give priority to content that is super fast, easy to access, and designed for easy chunking. That is, breaking your text down into logical, digestible pieces for the AI to process.
And this is brilliant, because this is how you can literally speak the AI's language. It's called schema markup, and it's like giving the AI a perfectly organized cheat sheet about your brand. You can use FAQ page schema to give it ready-made answers. Organization schema proves who you are. Article and author schema signals that real human experts are behind the content. And speakable schema, it literally tells voice assistants which parts of your text are best for them to read out loud.
You also have to, unlock the front door. Your website's robots.txt file needs to explicitly allow the right AI crawlers in. And here's a key detail. GPT-bot is what OpenAI uses to train its models, but OAI SearchBot is what it uses for live web searches in ChatGPT. You absolutely have to allow both of them. Okay, so the AI can find you, it understands you're an authority, but the big question is, will it actually recommend you? Well, that all depends on the third pillar, sentiment. You have to realize, these AI models have safety guardrails built right in. They are designed to filter out brands that have a ton of negative reviews or recurring customer complaints. It's a phenomenon they call exclusionary logic. Basically, the AI will just leave a brand out completely to avoid making a risky recommendation. And the impact here is just massive. With positive sentiment, you get frequent recommendations, and people perform validation searches just to confirm they're making a good choice. But with negative sentiment, you get warnings, you get excluded, or worse, people start searching for alternatives to your brand.
Now, get this right. And the rewards are huge. I mean, really huge. Because the AI has already done all the filtering for the user, visitors who show up after a positive AI recommendation can convert at a rate up to 4.4 times higher than with traditional search. That is a game changer.
So, what all this means is that the way we measure success has to change. Completely. The old metrics, clicks, traffic, rankings, they're quickly becoming obsolete.
There's this fascinating analysis that uncovered what's being called the human-AI awareness gap. Think about these big, well-known brands, the high street heroes. We all know them. But to an AI, they're often invisible. Why? Because their marketing talks about intangible things like heritage or elegance, not the structured, functional data that these models need to thrive.
On the flip side, you have these new AI pioneers. You've probably never heard of them, but they can achieve huge influence with AI. They do it by creating that data-rich, solution-oriented content that perfectly matches how these new engines retrieve information. So ultimately, we're moving from measuring traffic and keyword rankings to measuring influence. We need to start tracking our share of model. How often are we included in the AI's narrative? And our citation frequency, which proves we're being treated as a source of truth.
And this whole thing is building towards a future that is arriving way faster than you might think. This isn't just about finding information anymore.
We are heading straight for a world of agentic commerce. Imagine AI agents or bots that are authorized not just to research products, but to actually make purchases on our behalf. These buyer bots are going to need clean, structured, and positive data to make their decisions.
And this raises the final, most critical question for every single brand out there. And it's what I want you to take away from this explainer. In an economy that's going to be increasingly run by algorithms, where AI agents are making decisions for humans, is your brand ready to talk to an AI?